Welcome back to Cheaper Pop Culture, this channel's favorite place to really bend the laws of what should count as comics. Today's episode is all about things from Harry Potter that just make no damn sense. Look, I've been playing that Hogwarts mystery game a lot, and I know Harry Potter isn't technically comic book related, but it does count as general overall nerd crap, which is what I think every comic book channel is really all about. So with that being said, just get off my back, we're gonna do this whether you like it or not. And besides, I'm sure that someone, somewhere has turned something from Harry Potter into comic book form. See, there you go, I don't even care if it's a real publication or not. Doesn't matter. And you know why it doesn't matter? Because so much of what happens in Harry Potter is a total load of crap to begin with. Like what, you ask? Well... Alright, I know this is from the movie and not from the books, but still, at the start of the film Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry is trying to use the Lumos Charm in order to read a book in bed. Now, true Harry Potter fans will know that he isn't allowed to use magic outside of school, and even if you're not a true Potterhead, you'll still know this too because, well, just watch a couple of minutes into that same movie. Because right after that scene, Harry accidentally inflates Uncle Vernon's sister like a balloon and sends her floating off. And right after that, Vernon says to Harry Potter that he isn't allowed to use magic outside of school. So it almost becomes mind-blowing that the script didn't even notice a violation of its own rules between two scenes. Furthermore, Vernon Dursley only knows about this rule because, in the books at least, an owl drops off a letter stating that Harry violated the rules by using the hover charm in Chamber of Secrets, even though he really didn't use the charm, it was Dobby that did. So let's just get this straight. This magic detecting big brother is so thorough that it can tell if magic is being done anywhere. However, it isn't smart enough or accurate enough to tell who's using it. But it also isn't good enough to detect the Lumos Charm when it makes a blinding light that fills up an entire house. Not to mention that Lumos Maxima, hey idiot, just use a flashlight. Next, how was Sirius Black in Gryffindor? I know him not being a Slytherin caused him to be disavowed from his family, but still, here's the bigger question. In the first book, Ron tells Harry that
there's no witch or wizard who went bad who wasn't in Slytherin.
And fine, Sirius was innocent of his crime that sent him to Azkaban, but Ron didn't know that at the time. He, like most of the wizarding world, thought that Sirius was guilty, so shouldn't Sirius have been in Slytherin in that case? And also, for that matter, shouldn't Hagrid have also been in Slytherin too? Again, even though he was innocent, the public at large believed that he was expelled for releasing a creature that killed Moaning Myrtle. And on that side note, while we're on the subject of Myrtle, I just want to point out this scene from Goblet of Fire. She is an actress in her mid-30s playing a 50-something-year-old ghost checking out Harry's junk. What the is that about? And furthermore, what the is she checking it out for? Unless, of course, Ray Stance's really odd dream from Ghostbusters was just another Harry Potter-style premonition. Could be. Just think about it. But furthermore, on the subject of The Departed, how about the fat lady, the gatekeeper from the Gryffindor common room? She changes appearances between movies. How? She's a painting. And if that's not enough for you, what about Flitwick? He went from looking like a mini Merlin to looking like a miniature boxer from the 1920s. How did this happen? Did he get a magic de-aging process done? Is that a thing? Because if so... We can observe from this flashback in Chamber of Secrets and from Jude Law playing Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts 2 that the Hogwarts headmaster is really going to have a rough couple of years coming up. Now, it has been established that there is such a thing as an aging potion, but what about the reverse? Because if you are going from looking like Jude Law to looking like Father Time within a few years, then I really think you should consider taking it. But Dumbledore isn't the only one to age badly. Just look at Harry Potter's parents. This is what they look like. And now, yes, the fact that they couldn't just get the same actress to play his parents in every single movie is beyond me. But aside from that, just look at them. James and Lily Potter died when they were only 21 years old. These do not look like 21-year-olds. Now, I mean, you're not gonna card them if they walk into a bar. I don't know, it seems like the Voldemort years must have really taken a toll on the youth. I mean, if you looked like this at 21 and a de-aging potion did exist, then you should definitely have taken it. But if one doesn't exist, well then you could just repurpose some polyjuice potion. Think about it. When you add the hairs of a person that you're trying to become, you turn into them at the age that they were when you took the hairs. In that case, you should just stockpile your own hair at a young age, then drink a little bit of your own polyjuice potion from your younger days in order to give yourself an instant face and body lift. Oh, and while we're on the subject of being superficial, what about using magic to improve your looks? We know that magic can be used in order to improve appearances, and that spells can be done to affect a certain part of a person's body instead of them as a whole. Hermione uses Madame Pomfrey to shrink her own teeth in order to get a preferred look. Well, if that's the case and you can manipulate body part sizes, then breast implants really don't need to exist in the wizarding world. And not to mention, every wizard you see must be packing, which explains their need for free-flowing open robes. However, it doesn't explain why Snape still has an unusually large nose, and also why are there still overweight people and short people in a world where everybody's physical appearance can be completely controlled. Although size manipulation could definitely explain the physics of how Hagrid's parents got to make Hagrid, well, there you go, some really odd things about Harry Potter that shows that I overthink this stuff way too much. Join me next time on Cheaper Pop Culture when I figure out how to end this sentence.